Oh, yeah.
So I think we need an opener,
I think that's a great idea.
right? We need to get some little slob that will do pretty much everything we say.
Yeah.
Right? We boss them around. We say, "Hey, come on, come up on our show, do exactly what we want you to do, and make these people pumped up and ready."
Yeah, but
And
don't
then,
make them laugh so hard that they don't want to laugh for us.
right,
So make them laugh, but don't make them laugh too hard. It's a fine line to walk.
exactly,
Yeah.
and make sure they are at the top of their game as an audience the second we hit the stage.
Yeah.
We command you to do that every time we want.
Yeah.
Basically, every Tuesday you would be, as our opener, you would be our little bitch, basically.
Yeah. You're you're a grimy little slob that's gonna be our comedy bitch that goes on before us and tells jokes that are funny but not as funny as anything that we'd ever say. So you have to anticipate that, and you have to like fluff the crowd and get them just like good and ready to really laugh.
Yeah,
So that way when we come on, everyone is just like standing ovation.
right. So if that sounds like something you want to do, if you want to be our weekly opener on Twitch and on YouTube, we'll probably get you. Let's see, what time did we start tonight? Like 8:12, something
Hmm.
like that. Uh, you probably get your good 10 minutes as our
Right. Yeah.
opener.
And that's another thing too. Punctuality is paramount for this job.
Right.
We expect you to be on at exactly 8 o'clock p.m.
That's
Eastern
right.
Standard Time. We're
That's right.
like the Rolling Stones. Like we say our show starts at 8, but
Right.
actually it starts whenever we feel like it.
Whenever we damn well please.
Right. And if you don't like it, bitch, bye bye.
Go listen to another show. How about that?
Yeah. Go listen to Serial or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And also, this is an unpaid position. We have to.
Right.
We
Yeah,
have to
we
also
can't
say
pay our
that
opener. Yeah, that's right.
we can't
But
and we won't.
that's right. We simply refuse. It's the ethics of paying your dues is what it is. And you got to come
Yes.
up on the stream just like everyone else did, opening for other people's streams
Yes.
and podcast. Would it be on the podcast too, do you think? Or would that only if they were, really killing it as an opener?
Yeah, I think if the opener was just like crushing it,
Yeah.
like
Absolutely slaying.
yeah. If you're straight murdering,
Yeah.
and the feed is just going off, like the
Ha ha ha.
chat,
People
yeah,
are typing ha 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 a lot in the
yeah,
chat box.
yes.
Yeah.
Um, and that's another thing too. Like, even though Brian and I won't be on, and the opener will be, doing their thing, we will be watching the chat. We'll be lurking in the chat
Oh,
under
yes.
pseudonyms so that people don't know that we're there.
Right. Absolutely. Just Chuck Williams. You wouldn't know who that was. It
Right,
might be me. Maybe it's not.
right.
Chuck Williams. Who knows? Maybe he's
Um,
just a big fan of laughing and joking.
right. He could just be a regular Joe who just got off of a shift at the Cheerios factory, and
You're good.
and just needs a good chuckle after a long day. Or maybe you might see a Cynthia Nancy. That's a hyphenated name.
Yes.
Just a
First name?
sophisticated,
As a
yeah,
first name?
yeah,
Okay.
Cynthia Nancy,
Yes.
who who is just a sophisticated lady who just wants to laugh.
Yeah. She just needs her mommy juice
Yeah,
and
ready
a
to
good
unwind.
laugh.
Yeah,
Yeah. So who knows? It could be us, it could not be, and you would never know.
yeah.
So that's
It's
just something to watch for if
the
you want to be our
perfect
opener.
crime. Yeah, the perfect fucking crime, bitch.
Oh my god! So random. Oh my god! So random.
Well, welcome everybody to what we seriously feel like is a jam-packed edition of OMG So Random Hehe. Actually a lot of things. Usually we don't come into the show with like, oh, we got to talk about this, got to talk
Mhm.
about this, got to talk about this. But this week there's just been a lot that's happened where there are things where we just simply must address them.
Yeah. Yeah, there are an embarrassment of riches of topics this week.
That's right.
Is
Yeah.
the only way I can put it. Also, the Twitch chat is truly popping off already. Pete Owens is providing a hot take that I was not expecting. So,
Okay.
in the cold open, we were talking about how we need an opener, of course.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Well, Pete Owens said, "No cap, y'all slay cold opens every week." Legit one of my fave things about the show.
Huh.
So,
So
that's one man's opinion.
that's right. But see, that almost puts the whole opener into question because then we probably wouldn't do the cold open, or would we? Would we have the opener and then cold open and then do the show? Like,
Well,
what are the rules for a cold open? What makes it cold?
here's what I'm kind of thinking.
Okay.
Okay. When Aerosmith was very popular.
Yeah. And almost came on our show, but then bailed on us. Yeah, back then.
Well,
I do remember that. Okay.
even further back, like in the 80s.
Okay.
Aerosmith was super hot, and
Yeah.
sometimes they would just
Make love in an elevator.
come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're reading my mind.
Okay.
No, what they would do is sometimes they would book shows
Uh-huh.
under a different name, okay, and then they would come out and it would be Aerosmith, and it would just be like at this dive bar, okay?
Yeah.
So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we have a rotating, this is in a perfect world, of course, a rotating stable of openers. So nobody knows who's going to be opening next. It's almost like Saturday Night Live with hosts.
Look at that.
But then,
And
you know, maybe Cynthia Nancy and
yeah.
Mike Birbiglia. Is that what you said? I forget. No, Mike Birbiglia
Yes.
is a real person.
Of course. Right. And I said it would be him. He would be there.
Yeah.
Mike Birbiglia will be there, guaranteed.
But so it's on the bill that these two people are the openers for the show that week. And everyone's thinking, oh, yeah, here we go. We're going to get fluffed up again by another opener, blah, blah, blah. And then we come on, and we're like, surprise, bitch. You're getting a cold open from the hosts.
So we make it like a tasty little treat that you can only get
Yes.
sometimes.
A delicious
I like
twist,
that.
yeah.
Right. Some weeks you get an opener. Some weeks you get... Yeah. Wow. Look
Yeah.
at that. I like that. Look at that. You look at you using your little brain.
You can't see it, but I'm tapping the temple of my head right
Oh,
now.
of course you are. You have to be. That's the official, signal that yes, I do in fact use my brain.
Yeah. Hello. Mind at work.
This as I tap it, right? Yeah.
Literally. Yeah, so that was my devious little plan that I came up with. And that way everyone kind of gets the best of both worlds.
I love it.
We still
So
do a cold open, but then everyone is forced to listen every week because they never know if we're going to be on or not before the show.
Right. So here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Since we're precious little darlings,
Sure.
and we said, you're opening for us, and we don't have to be on time. We can go on when we want because we're the little cuties.
Right.
Does that still count on the week that we do our cold open? Because then people know something's up. Because there isn't an opener on precisely at 8:00 p.m. Eastern time.
No, see that will take a little planning on our part. So in order to keep up the ruse, we are going to need that week to be on exactly at 8:00.
Yes. Okay, you're right.
So,
That'll be tough.
right.
But you're right. Yeah. Look, I need to be a little sweet. I'm just gonna have to start with my little sweetie attitude earlier in the day than I would usually.
Right.
Because it doesn't kick in until we have a show or whatever, an appearance. That's
Right.
when it really kicks in, when I'm like, I do what I want. Other times I'm just pretty normal, doing, just normal day stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll just have to try to get that started earlier in the day. Like I'll do like I don't know, I'll really gear up into sweetie pie mode at like 6 instead of 7.
Or maybe after you come back from lunch at work, kick it into sweetie pie mode for the rest of the day. And then by the time you get to 7 o'clock and you're preparing to go on at 8 under a pseudonym to be the opener, you are in such sweetie pie mode that like you just blow people away with the sweetiness.
Yeah. Wow. I think you're right. I think that is it. I can't believe that Aerosmith played small places under a pseudonym. That's remarkable for them.
Yeah, and it was
'Cause,
something
like what I
something really lewd. I'm going to look it up and see.
because what I imagine Aerosmith as is just like, I don't know, they're big dorks to me.
Oh yeah, of course.
They're not doing cool things. They're like, oh, I love the color pink. They're doing shit like that, Ooh, pinky, winky, dinky, tinky, slinky. Have they done a song with Red Hot Chili Peppers? Because they need to. I can just imagine Steven Tyler and Anthony Kiedis together doing like a slinky, tinky, dinky, slinky, tinky, right?
Oh, of course, yeah. So, I found it. Their pseudonym. So when they would go in and play secret shows, they would, be booked under a name. It was Dr. J. Jones and the Interns.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. But that eventually people caught on, right?
Well, of course they could
after the first time. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So they could only do it a couple of times.
Yeah, right.
But
not as much love in the elevator as they had hoped.
Right. But by that time they had plenty of toys in the attic from all of their album sales.
Right, that's a good point. That's a really good point.
With a rag doll to play with,
Right. And when you think about them as a band, really, they didn't want to miss a thing. They covered it all. They covered all the bases, right?
Yep, they did. They did not want to miss a thing. My favorite is when they sang about Janie's gun.
Yes, when she got it.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh.
When she went to that gun show and used
Unreal.
the gun show loophole to get her illegal firearm.
Yeah, those famous Aerosmith lyrics. She went to the gun show, used the gun show loophole to get a firearm. Remember that? Hilarious. Yeah. I mean, not hilarious. Classic, good song. Good rock and roll song. That's what I wanted to say.
Good rock and roll song for this nation. This is what we're made of. Is gun show loopholes.
Right. Love that one. Good song.
I'm
Go
gonna
Brandon. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Let's Go Brandon was it was Janie's Got a Gun and then in parentheses Let's Go Brandon. That was the working title of it. Yeah. They took the parentheses part off for the album. Just because they felt like people wouldn't get it at the time. But now like people are starting to understand what they meant by that.
They're picking up. Yeah.
So, I want to, before we get too silly, I want to make an apology. If you don't mind.
I don't. I mean, if you feel like there's something you got to get off your chest and it's really weighing you down, then I think it's a great idea to just step forward and just apologize.
All right.
Nobody said it's going to be easy, just so you know.
Yeah, I know. Nobody did say it was easy. And I waited. I waited all like basically all weekend for someone to tell me that it would be easy, and nobody said it was easy. So
Right.
I'm kind of ready for it.
Okay.
But let's just get this out of the way because I know we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Friday. That magical day for our beautiful, sweet listeners. It's the best day of the week, not just because it's the end of the week, but because that is when our precious little show, our Piss Pot Emporium, goes live for all to hear on all podcast platforms. Except for this week. I screwed up. I want to blame it on the snow that we got on Wednesday and Thursday, but I have no excuse. And for that, I apologize for not having your precious episode out at the stroke of midnight like I always do. Nobody said it was easy. And nobody said it was easy to produce and distribute a podcast. But that is no excuse. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I'll do better this week. Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. That's my favorite part, is when you really like, you go deep down and you get the soulful anguish of my apology, and you just express it through the majesty of song.
Right. Well, sometimes we have to just sing it out loud. Sometimes, it's like I always say, don't just say it, sing it. Been saying it for years. Don't just say it, sing it.
It's true. And boy, do you ever. You do it so well.
Remember that time I gathered everyone up on the lawn and I took us all outside and I said, hey, don't say it, sing it. And I made us all sing that dumb thing about, what was that about? Do you remember?
Wasn't it, we all sang,
yes,
I'm the one who wants to be with you by Mr. Big.
Yes. I'm the one who
wants to be with you. Be with you.
Deep inside, I know you do it too.
Yeah, we all went out. All 75 of us. We went out onto the front lawn of the.
Don't sing it, say it, or don't say it, sing it. Yeah.
It was the chief of police house that we went out.
It was.
Yeah.
You're right, Schemer. That was the day with Schemer, and oh my god.
Yeah.
Holy shit! When he got caught.
Yeah, and it was the night before the chief of police was going to cut his curl off.
Yes, and we were all holding hands. Me and you were on opposite sides of the chief of police, holding his hand.
Yes.
I'm the one who wants to.
And we were both like I was singing directly into his right ear, and you were singing directly into his left ear, and you were getting the soulful notes.
I'm the one who wants to be with you.
And he kept moving his head away from you because it tickled when you.
You free. Yeah.
It was a beautiful moment. And that was a beautiful example of not just saying it, but singing it.
Right. Don't just say it, sing it. So, like I've always said, we've been saying this for years. Have you heard our show before? We've been saying it.
Yeah. And we've been singing it all these years.
Mm-hmm. You're right. You are absolutely right. Hey, I got something I'd like to talk about.
Oh, okay.
Is that okay? Or did you have something? It sounded like we both took a breath at the same time.
Yes, the pregnant pause. No, I want to hear what you have to talk about.
Okay. So today in the mail, I received. Actually, you know what? Don't say it, sing it. Today there's been a miracle. Today in the mail there was a miracle.
Oh, wow. For real?
There was a miracle today in the man. There was a miracle.
Are you going to tell us what it is?
Today in the mail was a miracle. It even has the big golden N arches for miracle on the front of it.
Yeah.
Okay, in the mail I got a package, unopened. It is. If you listen to the show, you are with my personal miracle, the flounder, right?
Yeah.
Where my and I were taking a bath together. And we had one flounder in the house that he put down underneath the water.
Of course.
When he reached above the water, he had both of his hands above the water. We only had one flounder in the house. He held two flounders, one in each hand, two flounders. Someone has sent me the unopened unopened McDonald's flounder. And it has the big M for miracle, like the McDonald's, but we're pretending now that the golden arches, that stands for miracle, okay?
Of course.
If you spot those, you're on your way to spotting a miracle. That's a miracle detector. Your miracles always hang out around those big, beautiful golden arches, okay?
Maybe I should go to McDonald's more. Because I'm still waiting for a miracle to happen.
You're still waiting for a miracle, but we decided to go on a quest for a miracle, which is related to flounder. Believe it or not.
Yes. Thank you for bringing this up.
Yes. We're going on a quest for a miracle. We're going quest for a miracle.
Podcast, the musical. First of all, before we get into our quest for the miracle, the chat is just completely blowing up right now. For one thing, Cool Guy Zune said your proclamation that a miracle occurred, your song, sounded like a Serbian funeral hymn, which I have to agree.
Yeah. La la la. She is not dead. She's just sleeping. She will wake up soon. Scooble-dee-doo.
So beautiful. That is truly so beautiful. And then Constructs Nunchucks, when you mentioned that you received a flounder in the mail.
Yeah.
He was in total disbelief. He said, wait, what?
Yeah, right? I don't know who it's from either. It was just from initials. And it was from a New York address. I haven't looked up the zip code yet, which would probably be helpful. But there was not a name. So I don't know.
Well, whoever it was truly a miracle worker, right?
I've been touched by a miracle. And I'm touched by a miracle.
I'm saying, do you believe in miracles? And I'm watching the Berlin Wall topple right now as I say those words.
I have to admit something. I went so hard in my Touched by a Miracle song that my headphones came out, so I missed what you said.
I said,
as I was singing, basically what happened was I missed your reaction to my silly little song, and I want to know, like, did you like laugh, or you like, okay, trying to wrap me up and stop? So I missed that whole thing, so I don't really know what to do now.
Well, all I said was, I'm saying, do you believe in miracles? And I'm watching the Berlin Wall fall as I'm saying it.
Oh, there it is. The famous call.
Yeah.
Do you believe in miracles? And then like the wall like was kind of like starting to shake, and then he said, and the wall instantly, just with the yes, the echo, it came down right away.
Yep.
Wow. Do you believe in miracles? Yes, the wall comes down. Incredible. Wow.
So, yes, while we are on the topic of miracles, we have decided to embark on a magical journey, a quest. If you remember, did we? Well, I'm finding it hard to remember when we last talked about this. I think it was last week. We talked about the crystal flounder
Yes.
that I found in a fancy department store here in
Yeah.
town.
Not for the first time. We talked about it in the past, but I think we did bring it back up on the show last week.
Yes.
And it was
And then,
after.
so after the show, Brian and I were just talking after the mics had been turned off, and we came up with a great idea. So this show has been a catalyst for doing socialisms left and right. So we were thinking, let's harness the power of doing socialisms for good once again. At some point in the very near future, we would like to host a radiothon to raise money to buy the crystal flounder. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you for your
Oh,
applause.
I just love it. I love it.
But that's not it. That's not where things end. First of all, we would like you, our listeners, if you have a talent, if you have funny stories to tell, if you have funny songs to sing, we want you to come on the show and showcase your talents in true radiothon fashion, so that way we can raise the money to buy this crystal flounder. And then once we have raised the funds for the crystal flounder, we are going to get a giant vanity check printed up, and we're going to take it to the department store,
Yes.
and we're going to present the cashier with the vanity check, and that will be the way that we purchase the crystal flounder.
Right. That will be the official currency. We figured out that
Yes.
there's a way that you can do
Yeah,
it.
we looked it up, that you can make vanity checks legal tender, and we know how to do it now. So we're going to pay with a giant check for this flounder. We will have it videoed. It'll be up for sure for the sweeties to see, if not for the world. We might make it public. And then I was thinking it would be nice if after that we send it around to the sweeties, and everyone gets to take a turn to have the miraculous crystal flounder in their home
Yes.
for a time, and then pass it along to the next person.
Yes, like you said, I believe you brought this up and referred to the Yaya sisterhood, right?
Yes, the
Sisterhood of the traveling-
the sisterhood of the traveling pants. Yes,
What's the Yaya sister?
it's another movie about girls who grow up together.
No way, really.
Yeah. I feel like that was a very popular genre in
Oh, no,
in the
I'm
early
sorry.
to mid 2000s. Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to those two beautifully majestic films.
Yes. Majestic.
Majestic. Yeah, those two, I couldn't get majestic out. Those two beautifully majestic films. There we go. Thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
So, get ready for that. And I think we'll start posting on our social media, doing call outs for talents and things like that here very soon. We want it to be just a community effort, right? We want everyone to pitch in to buy this beautiful crystal flounder. And then if you're a Patreon subscriber, you'll get to actually host it in your home for a couple of weeks.
It is literally the holy grail of our show.
Yes.
Like there's like if
it
you
really is.
if you possess the crystal flounder,
Yeah.
it's just like you are so respected and powerful.
Yeah. You
and
really are.
just magical. It's because it's the product of a miracle. It's the
Yeah.
product of a miracle.
It really
Yeah,
is. Yeah.
And out the other side. I don't know what that was about, but in my mind it was like, yeah, that's the next line. Yeah, it's,
I love it. I love how musical you are tonight. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I always say, don't say it, sing.
Yeah. And you are doing exactly that. So
I keep confusing myself over that one. Like I'm almost reversing it every single time.
don't sing it, say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to think about it before I say it because I don't want to sing it.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
There it is. Thank you.
I want to give a shout out to two very special people tonight.
Yeah.
They're both very good friends of the show, good friends of us, good collaborators to the show. Yeah, give them a hand.
Yeah.
Two birthday boys.
Woo!
That's right.
Mr. President, right?
Yes. One of them is Attack of the. His birthday was just a day or two ago. And the other one is Pete Owens. Today is his actual birthday.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It's the two big birthday boys.
Yeah.
It's the two big birthday boys. Hey, it's the two big birthday boys. Hey.
Actually, you know what? Let's make this a little more celebratory. Happy birthday to Attack of the and Pete Owens. It's your birthday party.
Celebrate your birthday.
Yeah.
It's the birthday. Celebrate your birthday day. We're celebrating birthdays. Celebrate.
I'm eating so much grocery store cake right now that I'm going into a sugar coma.
Can you, if someone has never heard our show and they somehow jump ahead just to like the last minute of the
Yeah.
that badly like out of tune, and they're like, "Why would I ever fucking put this on again?"
I have 3 words for them. Slide
Yeah.
whistle episode.
Oh no!
It's coming and I cannot wait.
Oh no!
You know, I think speaking of the slide whistle episode, I think there's actually a place in town where I could physically go and shop for slide whistles. I'm not 100% sure about
Yeah,
this.
the local slide whistle store. Every big town's got one.
The slide whistle emporium.
Come on down to Timmy's Slide Whistles here in Denver, Colorado. We got them all. Slideys, we got Whistlies, we got fucking what? I don't know.
All of a sudden, I just pictured Kramer saying, "Jerry, I'm getting into the slide whistle business, Jerry. It's the next ukulele."
Jerry, all the kids are doing it, Jerry.
The kids are sliding around, Jerry.
They're all slippery and slidey, Jerry.
I would go to a slide whistle store run by Kramer.
Oh yeah, you know he'd have some really wacky, rare, like slide whistles. Like, oh, this one is from the Amazon.
Yeah. And then on top of that, he would have some sort of illegal gambling operation in the back. So,
Right. Where he spent most of his time because he has a gambling addiction.
right. I spent all my money for inventory on sports betting, Jerry.
Jerry, I'm so poor because I spent all my money at the track, Jerry. Oh no, I snorted. Okay, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. It's just so funny that he's addicted to gambling.
And I've been watching Seinfeld for real since it's on Netflix now. And anytime, like, it is so, it honestly is, in like the actual canon of the show, it is so baked into Kramer's character that he is addicted to gambling. Like,
Yeah.
within the first few episodes of the entire
Yeah.
show, he's at an off-track betting site, and he almost gets mugged by a guy.
Right.
because he won all this money, and the guy followed him onto the subway, and he was gonna beat him up, but then an undercover cop stopped him. It was crazy.
And he called the cop Jerry.
Yeah,
Jerry,
you
like-
saved my life, Jerry.
That Kramer. He's
Yeah.
something else.
He really is. So, yeah. In honor of Pete Owens' birthday, I want to talk about something, and I want to make a solemn vow as a result of it. So, I was reading on the internet the other day that something very unsettling is happening in our dear friend's industry. So, Pete Owens, as you all know, is the official podcast referee for this show. We gave him that honorable title a while ago because he's an umpire. He's an official for sports. So he can make the calls. He knows how to do it. Well, according to ESPN, robot empires are coming to AAA baseball games.
Oh,
So the minor
no.
leagues are starting to get robot umpires.
Oh no.
Yes.
He is out.
Yeah.
Right?
Strike one. Strike two. Ball.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is just disturbing news.
Ball.
Yeah. Pop, fly.
He's out.
You're out of here.
Don't you back talk me.
Yeah. What are you, blind? No, that's actually
Yeah,
they would say that
That's
to the
the other guy. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. What are you, blind? Actually, I have radar sensors.
Yeah, they would have to program them to be able to like talk back, because you couldn't
Yeah.
just like totally boss around the robots, because then they'll
Right.
become cowards.
Right. Yeah. And you can't have cowardly umpires.
No.
So I think this is an abomination. There are perfectly fine humans like Pete Owens officiating games and doing a fantastic job and taking all of the criticisms from, fat dipshits in the stands thinking that they know better than anybody else about the game. And so I wanted to take a vow right now, a solemn vow, and in front of our millions of listeners and God himself, that we on OMG So Random Hehe shall always use Pete Owens for our refereeing purposes. And we
That's right.
shall never use a robot.
We do so declare.
Yes. I do declare.
Once you say I do declare or I do so declare, that's it. That's pretty much like
Yeah.
an official thing.
It's
pretty much the
signed
same as
into
some-
law.
That's right.
So, Pete Owens, you will always be our referee. And we will never employ a robot to make official calls for the podcast.
No, I couldn't deal with a robot.
No.
No.
I don't think so. So,
Yeah, no, we mark our solemn word.
yeah.
I have something that I've been dying to tell you and everyone else that listens to the show about.
Really?
Yes. It happened to me. As some of you know, I think the sweeties might know. I think I did. I was in Florida this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And excuse me. Okay, I was in Florida and I had a very interesting encounter. Something that made me laugh so hard in a public situation, like a one-on-one social situation. Something that
wow.
I was supposed to laugh at,
Uh-huh.
but I did visibly, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. And
So what happened?
Okay. So I'm at I'm at a farmer's market. Okay, walking around in Florida.
Yeah.
It's breakfast time, so I'm looking for something to eat. And I was, I guess, overly brain stupid this morning, and I decided to order some fried plantains. Well, the
Oh.
reason I was brain stupid is because I'm gluten free. Okay,
Right.
I'll get sticky poo poos if I eat the gluten, and I can't have like deep fried. So I was looking for like I thought they would just like fry the plantains and not like bread them. Well, they breaded
Oh.
them. I couldn't eat them anyways. But that's what I'm ordering. Okay.
Okay.
And I go up to order, and I don't ask about any of the gluten-free stuff, okay? Like pure fucking dipshit mode. Like, don't even ask. I just, hey, do you do plantains? Okay. So that's the mode I'm on. So you should know that.
Okay.
Okay, so I go up, start talking to the guy that works at the place. And he's like an older and like bigger dude. And
Okay.
he says, "Hi boss," which is like a normal like a somewhat normal thing to say, right?
Right.
He says, "Hi boss." And I don't think much of it. It's, from him it's a normal thing to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Okay. It's a normal thing to say.
Right.
So I just, after he says hi boss, I ask him, okay, so do you have fried plantains? Because they weren't, it was like a weird thing where like his stand said fried plantains, but they weren't on the menu and weren't like listed with like a explanation.
Oh, okay.
So I was just, I kind of asked, and like in my brain I was like, yeah, it's just the way I want it to be. I know it will be. I'm stupid. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And he says, "Hi, boss." And then he goes, "All right, I'll get started on that. I don't know what he said. My assistant, my coworker, or something will help you. Help you cash out."
Okay.
Keep in mind, in Florida, no one wears masks.
Of course. Yeah.
I'm getting like a full face for these people. So, it's because that's important for what I'm about to say.
Okay.
So he steps aside. He goes to start making the food into like the new role that will be taking care of me, like the new customer service person.
Yeah.
is probably a 14 or 15-year-old kid, like a guy, and he's like going through puberty very hard,
Oh no.
like very hard.
Oh no.
He has a very patchy beard, and he has like he's a very patchy beard. He looks like he, definitely going through hard puberty.
Right.
And the first thing he says to me, he goes, "Hi, boss."
Could you do that again?
"Hi, boss." Is that it? Did I do it right
Yeah.
the second time? Yeah.
No.
"Hi, boss." Yeah.
Oh, that poor
Oh.
kid. Like,
Yeah, but why is
on
he
one
saying that?
on one
Okay,
hand,
sorry.
like I feel so bad for him because like
Right.
as soon as that left his mouth, he was like fuck, like in his mind, like so embarrassed. But then it's
No.
so funny because it's like, "Hi, boss."
No. Here's the thing. It went on
Oh no.
with the boss. He kept saying it, and it was just got to be so. Like at one point, he yells out like the stand, like, "Hi, boss! You want some silverware, boss?"
Really?
And then it was just so outlandish and funny to me that I could no longer control myself. I went into full piss pot mode, and I started to call him boss back.
You did not.
I did. And a couple times I even hesitated. Like, I would be like, oh, thanks, boss.
That is amazing.
And yeah, and at the end, I started to walk away, and then he called after me for the silverware. Hey, boss! Hi, boss!
So did
Yeah,
you say thanks, boss? When he...
Yeah. Oh, I did for sure that time. Yeah. No, it was just like so funny because like why does he? I don't know, like that.
So do you? Okay, here's my question. Do you think
Boss
that
is reserved? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
do you think that this was a father-son team with the plantains?
I don't think so, and there's a reason that I don't think so.
Okay. Is
They
it
weren't
because
the-
they didn't look alike?
Yes, they weren't the same color person.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
my theory, which is now completely bogus, was that his dad, who ran
Yeah.
the plantain stand,
Uh-huh.
before they got there that day, he was like, okay, listen, this is your first day with me at the farmer's market. If you want to get the best customer experience
Excuse me.
every time, you gotta call him boss.
It could be, but no, it was like, I mean, I guess there is like a chance it could be like a step parent or like other relative, like maybe even, I don't know about dad because there's a big age difference and the color was like very off, like very different.
It could be, which is this might be even better. It could be just like this kid's parents were like, you need to get a job. And this guy was just like, hey kid, hey boss, you need a job? Let's
Hi,
start
boss.
selling plantains, but you gotta call the customer's boss.
Hi, boss. No, that's what it was more like. It wasn't as sweet and innocent as I was making it sound.
That was a little
It
more
was more-
screechy.
More screechy and more like weird and forceful. Hi, boss. Like he's a little puberty kid, but he's gonna be tough about calling you boss. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
His voice register might be a little high,
Yeah.
but but he's tough, and he's gonna let you know that you're boss.
Yeah. And just like the
That's awesome.
size difference between the two, like the big dude being like, "Hey, boss," you know, it's just so much more normal than this like weird little like 14-year-old like very small kid. He was probably like 5'4". Like he was tiny, like this little kid. Hi, boss.
Oh man. Wow. You never know what you'll find in a Florida farmer's market, right?
No.
You thought you were just getting fried plantains? No, you got high boss.
Yeah. And at one point I was just laughing so hard, like you could clearly see. There's no doubt that I was laughing. And then I started calling him boss, like yeah. It was I just like wanted when I was in piss pot mode like that, I was just like, oh, I just need one other person that I know to see this happen
Yeah.
and like be called boss by him. No one else did. Like I really needed
Really?
that.
So like your wife was just off looking at other booths at that point?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I was by myself.
Oh,
Yeah, we were with
man.
some friends, so people were kind of like scattered.
Wow.
Yeah. No one's, yeah, it's a real shame. He'll just live on in my dreams forever. Hi,
Yeah.
boss!
Just so everyone's aware, I am gonna isolate the high boss, and I am gonna put it on the soundboard so he can live forever. His memory will live on forever in our soundboard. My boss will go on, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Boss will go on.
we got to go to the randomizer. Like we're
Gadzooks.
yeah, we're getting to the end of the show. Really quick, Constructs Nunchucks asked if he could mix High Boss, and I think that would be a
Yes.
boss idea.
Yeah, mix it up, baby.
Yeah, send him the stems so that he can work his magic on that, because that would be awesome. But let's fire up the randomizer.
Whee!
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa!
List of campus creatures.
Wait. Did you see in the Discord? There's like the OMG So Random Hehe drinking game. Every time Brian asks Dirk to replay the randomizer,
Yes.
take a drink.
Yes.
So in the
spirit of the game.
In the spirit of the game. There you go. Thank you. What did it say?
I just took a drink.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
there we go.
Thank you.
I'm trying to find that drinking game so that way we can share the whole rule setup. I don't know. If I find it, I'll put it up on the Twitter. But our article today is list of campus preachers. So, just so everyone's aware, there are simply 6 preachers who go to all the colleges in America, and they all have their own territories. The first one is Micah Armstrong, who's better known as Brother Micah.
Yeah.
He tends to just stick to Florida. Gary Birdsong, which is a definite real name and not
What
a
a-
fictional name at all.
And what a beautiful name.
Yes.
Gary Birdsong. Like when you hear it, it's just like I don't know, just the things I hear in my head is just like like
Yes.
birds singing like that, right? I don't know. Maybe just me.
100%.
Probably just me, I guess.
Am I the only one? We've got Brother Jed and Brother Jim.
Jed Bush.
Yes, Jed Bush. After every sermon, he says, "Please clap," and he
Yes.
makes everyone clap for him.
Please pray.
Yeah, please clap your hands together to pray. We have Tom Short.
Tom Short.
Yes.
That's famous rapper Too Short's brother.
Yes.
There's also Ton Short, so they're triplets. Tom, Two, and Ton.
Well, the only
Tom, Tom,
preachers,
too.
I'll see is if they're brothers 3, right?
That's
So-
right. Don't even put a preacher in front of me if he is not the part of a triplet.
Yeah.
Group.
If he's not 1/3 of a triplet,
One.
not
Yeah.
gonna listen.
What do you say? 1/3 of a triplet group? Is it just like
I think
they're
you could just say
triplets, but-
1/3 of a triplet.
no? Because that would be 1/3 of
Oh, I
someone that's
see,
a triplet's
I
body.
see. Oh, okay.
Right?
So yes, so
Let me tell you, 1/3 of
tri-
a triplet.
1/3 of a triplet group. Yeah.
Is that what it is? A triplet group? Like, does it have a name? Like,
Uh,
you know how like
you know what? I don't
specific
know.
animals have like names for their packs? Is there a name for triplets? You know, like the like a triplet thruple? Is it a thruple of triplets? Is that the official name?
Let's see. So, according to the internet,
Mm-hmm.
the plural form of triplet is triplets. There you go. Yeah.
That's not what
I like
Okay.
calling
Thanks for
triplets a
clearing
thruple.
that up.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
feel
but,
like
like,
the internet
isn't there,
just
like-
said the plural of triplet is triplets, bitch.
No, but like, what is like a group of triplets called? What is? Let me see.
all right,
I mean,
let's
what
see.
is it? What is a group?
Well, I see. This is like a music thing.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Shit.
a tuplet
Group?
is like a plural of triplets. But yeah, I'm gonna say, what is a group of human triplets called? I don't think there's a word for it.
There has to be
I
like.
don't think there is.
How is there not like a name of what they are like from a group of that like specific triplets? Like, because you could say twins, those twins, but wait.
What about
What?
1/3 of a set of triplets?
There you go.
Because you
Okay.
say like a set of twins. And twins. Remember that commercial?
Yes, I do. Oh,
was-
yes, I do.
And twins.
I remember those twins like it was yesterday.
And remember when Austin Powers got really flustered over the set of twins on, I think it was in Goldmember. He was like, twins. Twins.
That's right. They crossed over. I do remember.
Yeah.
It crossed over into Austin Powers from the beer commercial. Like twins
Yeah.
was a thing.
Yeah, oh, it was a huge thing. So, yeah, a set of triplets. The only triplets I'll see is if they're brothers 3.
That's right. The only preachers I'll see is if there's brothers 3.
Yeah.
Get 3 triplet brothers up there preaching to me, and I'll listen all damn
Yeah.
day.
One for the Father, one for the Son, one for the Holy Spirit. It's simple theology right there.
That's right.
What a show. What an action-packed show tonight.
Oh, it was big. It was huge. It was monstrous. It was enormous. It was large. It was
I
in
can't
charge.
I can't wait to get into the post-show for us to talk about how great we were at preparing for the show today.
I could not agree more.
So, and if you want to hear that post-show, you better sign up for our Patreon, patreon.com/OMG So Random Hehe.
Hee hee.